If your cat follows you to the bathroom every single time, you probably think you know why, don't you? They're clingy. They're curious. Maybe they just don't like closed doors. And honestly, it's a little weird, but it's also kind of endearing. But here's what most cat owners never learn. That bathroom following behavior isn't just one thing. It's not simple curiosity or neediness. What your cat is actually doing is far more complex, more instinctual, and more revealing about how they see you than you ever imagined. Because here's the truth, different cats follow you to the bathroom for completely different reasons, and the reason your cat does it tells you something specific about your relationship, their personality, and what they actually need from you. Most owners see this behavior every day and never decode what it actually means. And when you finally understand it, you'll never look at your bathroom supervisor the same way again. Let me be clear. This isn't about judging whether you should let your cat in or keep them out. This is about understanding what your cat is communicating through this behavior, because once you know the why, you can respond in ways that actually strengthen your bond. Let's start with the explanation that sounds nice but is only half the story. Here's the explanation you've probably heard before. Cats follow you to the bathroom because they think you're vulnerable and they want to protect you. And yes, there's truth to this. But it's deeper than you think. In the wild, cats are both predators and prey. They're hyper-aware that certain activities make them vulnerable to attack. Elimination is one of those activities. When a cat uses their litter box, they're in a defenseless position. They can't run easily. They're distracted. Their guard is down. This is why cats often watch doorways while using the litter box, or choose locations where they can see approaching threats. Now your cat watches you enter a small, enclosed room. You sit in a stationary position. To their instincts, this looks like a vulnerable moment. And if they're bonded to you, their response is to stand guard. Research on feline social behavior shows that cats in colony situations often maintain proximity to each other during vulnerable activities. It's a protective behavior reserved for family members. But here's the part most explanations miss. Your cat doesn't just think you're vulnerable. They think you're bad at being vulnerable. You don't watch the door. You're not alert to sounds. You're often looking at your phone, completely unaware of your surroundings. To your cat, you're a disaster waiting to happen. So they take on sentinel duty themselves. If this is why your cat follows you, you'll notice specific behaviors. They position themselves facing the door, not looking at you. They're alert, ears swiveling, tracking sounds. They might even meow if they hear something unusual outside. This isn't curiosity. This is duty. Now let's talk about the reason that has nothing to do with protection and everything to do with opportunity. Does your cat follow you to the bathroom, then immediately demand attention? Do they rub against your legs, meow, headbutt your hand, or jump on the counter to get eye level with you? Here's what's really happening. Your cat has been trying to get your attention all day, but you've been busy. Working, cooking, watching TV, scrolling your phone. You're distracted, moving around, multitasking. But the bathroom? You're stationary, captive, and not doing much else. From your cat's perspective, this is the perfect opportunity for focused interaction. You can't walk away. You're sitting at their level. Your hands are free. And you're usually in there for at least a few minutes. It's the most guaranteed one-on-one time they can get with you. A study on cat-human interaction patterns found that cats are remarkably strategic about when and where they seek attention, preferring moments when their owner is stationary and less likely to ignore them. The bathroom perfectly fits this criteria. And here's the part that should make you think. If this is your cat's primary reason for following you, it means they're not getting enough attention elsewhere. The bathroom has become their most reliable connection point with you because other bids for attention throughout the day are being missed or dismissed. You'll know this is the reason if your cat's behavior in the bathroom is social. They're not watching the door. They're watching you. Making eye contact. Vocalizing. Seeking touch. They've essentially cornered you for quality time because it's the only time they know you'll be still and present. The fix? more intentional interaction throughout the day. If your cat doesn't need to trap you in the bathroom to get attention, they might stop. Or they might continue because it's become a bonding ritual, which brings us to the next explanation. Has your cat been following you to the bathroom for months or years? Does it happen so consistently that you'd actually be surprised if they didn't follow you? Then you've moved beyond instinct into something more powerful: ritual. Cats are creatures of ritual and routine. These patterns aren't just comforting, they're how cats structure their understanding of relationships and social bonds. In multi-cat households, bonded cats often develop shared rituals: grooming at the same time each day, sleeping in the same spot, greeting each other with the same sequence of behaviors. The same thing happens with humans. Your bathroom trips occur multiple times per day at semi-predictable intervals. Your cat joins you. Over time, this repetition creates a bonding ritual. It's not about protection anymore, or attention-seeking. It's become our thing. Research on feline behavior and routine shows that cats derive emotional security from predictable social patterns. The ritual itself becomes meaningful, separate from its original purpose. It's similar to how humans have coffee together or say goodnight in specific ways. The content matters less than the consistency and shared experience. If this is what's happening, your cat's bathroom behavior will seem relaxed and habitual. They're not anxious, guarding, or demanding attention-seeking. They just show up. They might sit quietly, groom themselves, or just be present in the space with you. They're not there for a specific reason anymore. They're there because it's what you do together. And here's the beautiful part: trying to stop this can actually stress your cat out, not because they need to protect you or get attention, but because you've broken a ritual that gave them emotional stability. If you're starting to see your cat's bathroom behavior in a completely different light, that's exactly what Whisker Wisdom is about. Subscribe so you understand the psychology behind what your cat is really doing, not just what it looks like on the surface. And stay with me, because the next explanations get even stranger, and one of them reveals something most cat owners never consider. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, or rather, the closed door. Does your cat paw at the bathroom door if you close it? Do they meow urgently until you let them in? And once inside, do they seem satisfied and might even leave shortly after? This isn't about you at all. This is about territorial access and control. To your cat, your home is their territory. Every room, every corner, every space is part of the domain they've mentally mapped and claimed. And closed doors? Those are territorial violations. Cats are territorial animals who derive security from knowing and accessing their entire territory. When you close a door, you've suddenly made part of their domain inaccessible and unknowable. They can't see what's happening in there. They can't monitor for threats. They can't patrol. And that creates anxiety. Research on feline territorial behavior published in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior found that restricted access to parts of their home territory is a significant stressor for cats. Even temporary barriers can trigger anxiety responses because the cat cannot complete their territorial patrol or verify that their space is secure. If this is your cat's motivation, you'll notice they're less interested in you and more interested in the space itself. Once you let them in, they might sniff around, check corners, maybe hop in the tub or investigate the cabinet, and then leave. They didn't come for you. They came to confirm the room still exists, and nothing threatening has appeared. The intensity of this behavior often correlates with your cat's overall anxiety level. Highly anxious cats or cats with territorial insecurity will be much more distressed by closed doors than confident, secure cats. Here's one that applies to some cats and will make you laugh when you recognize it: scarcity increases value. Your cat might follow you to the bathroom specifically because it's the one place where you seem like you don't want them. Cats are contrarian creatures. Many cats have an almost perverse interest in things they're not supposed to access. The forbidden room. The closed cabinet. The lap of the one person at the party who doesn't like cats. Behaviorists call this contra-freeloading when it applies to resources, but it extends to access and attention too. When you're available all the time, sitting on the couch or working at your desk, your cat might ignore you. But the moment you go somewhere and close the door, suddenly you're fascinating. The restriction itself creates interest. This is especially true for cats with independent personalities. They don't need you constantly, but they want the option of accessing you. Taking that option away makes you temporarily more desirable. You'll recognize this if your cat fights to get into the bathroom, then promptly ignores you once inside, or leaves almost immediately. They didn't want to be with you. They wanted to prove they could access you. Here's the practical one that often gets overlooked. Does your bathroom have running water? A bathtub they like to sit in? Interesting sounds and smells? Do you ever give them treats in there, or keep their medication in the bathroom cabinet? Sometimes cats follow you to the bathroom because the bathroom itself holds appeal, and you going in there signals that interesting bathroom things might happen. If you've ever turned on the faucet for your cat to drink, let them explore the shower, or given them a treat while you're in there, you've created a positive association. Classical conditioning works on cats just like any other animal. If the bathroom predicts good things, they'll want to be there when you are, just in case those good things happen again. This is the easiest explanation to test. Stop providing any rewards in the bathroom for a week. If your cat's following behavior decreases, you've found your answer. Here's the one that reveals the deepest bond, and it's the one most owners never consider. Your cat might be following you to the bathroom because they've synchronized their entire routine to yours, and bathroom trips are just one visible part of that synchronization. Research on cat-human attachment has found that securely bonded cats often entrain their activity patterns to their owner's schedule. They wake when you wake. They become active when you're home. They rest when you're busy. They've essentially adapted their natural rhythm to match yours. When you get up to go to the bathroom, especially first thing in the morning or before bed, your cat registers this as a routine transition point. You're moving from one activity to another, and they're moving with you because they're socially synchronized to your patterns. If this is the reason, your cat probably follows you everywhere, not just the bathroom. The bathroom is just the most noticeable because it's a small, private space where their presence is obvious. But they also follow you to the kitchen, the bedroom, from room to room throughout the day. This isn't clinginess. This is secure attachment. Your cat has bonded with you so completely that they've adjusted their entire behavioral rhythm to match yours. You've become their pack, their colony, their social anchor. And the bathroom following? It's just them being with their person, the same way they'd stay near their mother or a bonded colony mate. It's one of the highest compliments a cat can give. So which reason is it for your cat? The truth is, it might be more than one. A cat might start following you for protection, continue because it becomes ritual, and persist because they've bonded so deeply that they simply prefer your company to being alone. The specific reason matters less than what the behavior reveals. Your cat has chosen proximity to you over solitude. And for a species that's often called independent and aloof, that choice is significant. Whether they're protecting you, seeking attention, maintaining ritual, checking territory, playing hard to get, chasing rewards, or simply loving you, they're choosing to be near you. Consistently. Repeatedly. In one of your most private moments. That's trust. That's bond. That's your cat saying, in their own weird way, "Where you go, I go." At Whisker Wisdom, we believe in understanding what our cats are really telling us, even in the strangest behaviors. If this helped you decode your bathroom supervisor, share it with someone whose cat does the same thing. Your cat has been following you all this time. Now you finally know why. And maybe, just maybe, you won't mind the company quite as much anymore.